Will not be a walk in the park for either side of the ball.
Well, maybe that doesn't play a role tonight.
This could be perfect for them. Well, first off, with how much rain and thunderstorms and all that going on here on the East Coast, I was fearing the worst. But the football gods know for week 1, we got to open those skies as it is time to get this season going for the Big Ten.
Ohio won the toss, elected to defer. So the Bobcats and their brand new kicker, the transfer from UCLA, David Ball, anything in an actual game. And that changes here on this Thursday night. Scarlet Knights notoriously do not return kickoffs. Only 3 of them last year. They do have a dynamic return man in Ben Black. Ohio kicks it off, fireworks in the air. It's a short kickoff and a fair catch called for. Scarlet Knights' new tailback, replacing Kyle Monungai, second most in school history. Antoine Raymond first in the backfield. It's a completion on the first toss to Ian Strong. He picks up 12 out to the 37. And a first down for the Scarlet Knights and their new starting lineup. Most of the offensive line returns the same, but Dante Chin getting the start at left tackle, mostly inside, but he's getting the start in a hotly contested left side.
And this is now the post-Kyle Monungai era. He was the bell cow for the past 2 years. As we sit here right now, Rutgers is going with a 3 running back rotation, but they are looking to find 1 running back to separate from the bunch.
The new tight end, Colin Weber, in motion. Another handoff for Raymond. He does have the first down and takes it across midfield. Adonis Williams Jr., one of the captains in the secondary, coming up to make the stop. Ohio's defense last year as good as anybody.
As he goes to the sideline, this Rutgers fan base has been hearing about this lightning bolt from North Texas and what he can do. That's not the best first impression, but he will make up for that before game's end.
Sheffield last year, first team All-American Athletic Conference, 68 grabs, over 800 yards. Elliot Manis with play action and pressure, and he's sacked from behind. Ohio got in there quickly. Jay Crable got the sack, and they were concerned about that. They lost almost all of their sack production from a year ago.
Antoine Raymond doing everything
to move the chains.
And the funny thing is this is the same exact route combination from just a few plays ago where he dropped the ball. Ohio sticking in this man coverage. Okay, we're going to run a little pick route to the outside, get it to our speedy number 0, and you hear that crowd uproar. That is what they were hearing about, all about from North Texas. Now he's doing it in a Rutgers uniform.
And that's the sudden change of movement, the quickness that he...
Safety DJ Walker, the Swiss Army knife, is what defensive coordinator John Hauser calls him.
9th play of the opening drive of the season, more than 4 minutes gone by here in this first quarter. Alec Manis has had pinpoint accuracy. There's the handoff in the first carry for C.J. Campbell. First 3 years at Florida. Moses Walker there on the stop. Now that's Moses Walker. Meanwhile, Jordan Walker, former walk-on, now captain. Part of this new look defensive line for the Scarlet Knights. He's not. A lot of the inside is.
Came into the program as a tight end walk-on, like you said, and worked his way up to captain. He's an anchor out there.
Disaster. And Navarro wrapped up in the backfield. Coming up to make the tackle. A solid job, Jet Elad.
Some mishandling here. Said Bagura definitely did not think he was getting the ball. Navarro was trying to give it, but the ball doesn't go on the ground, and thanks to Jet.
Went out by the second quarter. So the Scarlet Knights at a 5-minute up.
It may not seem like it, but to be able to stop on a dime, catch that football, and roll in is one of the more athletic things you will see this entire weekend. 6'5", 260, stop on a dime, catch the football, and finish it off.
The tight end, one of the highlighted players when we met with Greg Schiano yesterday, said he is a guy that looks like a Big Ten tight end. David Dell
has time. That clear-out route is always going to be there.
Now the completion percentage for Ethan Kaliakmanis here in the first quarter, right? 54% last year. He is 6 of 9 to start this game, and a drop was in there too. It's becoming the KJ Duff Jr. drive.
Ethan Kaliakmanis threw that football before KJ Duff even considered breaking out of that route. That is the chemistry that we're talking about. They keep trusting their cornerbacks in one-on-one coverage, and right now Ethan is making them pay.
And again, think how different this looks than this offense 2 years ago. When Rutgers was 4-8, the team struggled to score 17 points a game. That in 2022, and it has completely changed.
End out the year and win the match.
7 in a row. They began the year 4-3. And before the snap, timeout taken.
Before the ball was snapped, timeout.
He has to keep showing that, boys. They have to figure this out. The first one was on the center. The snap was too high. This one was on him. There was also an issue at the mesh point between him and C.A. Bangura. It's the fundamentals. These are things from day one of spring ball.
He has to keep pace because at this point, it does not seem like their defense can stop the Scarlet Knights. What could become a massive offensive effort here at SHI Stadium. Third and McManus, who takes the shot. Open man, down the field. D.T. Sheffield in stride. Touchdown. 54 yards. Welcome to Rutgers. One play and a home run from McManus.
His uncle, Joe Marinero, was a 3-year starter and co-captain for the University of Michigan in 1995.
Caroline, those defenses for the Wolverines. He was captain. Jarrett Irons, Rob Sweat.
Names right there.
Rob Renas, the all-names team of the mid-90s for the Wolverines. Open man. And Navarro on time to Max Rodarte. And they need to find that second receiver opposite Chase Hendricks.
Not really at any point yet this first half.
Navarro changing the play. Deep in the play clock. He gets the snap. Rutgers a blitz. Navarro trying to escape. Gets to the outside. There's his legs. And he's still
Came back from Minnesota and took over that starting spot, but you can expect to see a ton of the German.
He's part of the younger generation who has seen football come to Germany, the NFL playing some games. Michigan next year will take on Western Michigan in Germany as well. Try Bruin again, bounced off a couple of tackles.
You have to stick on him until you are positive it is a run play or he is not releasing. Watch the left side. You see safety Kaj Sanders get nosy, looking in the backfield. I get it. Parker Navarro's holding the football. I want eyes on him. Your responsibility is your responsibility, and you have to stick with it. And now the other safety, Jed Elad, seems to be in a little bit of stress.
Jed Elad, the training staff, looking at the safety. Began his career at Ohio in 2019. Well-traveled.
The lovely city of Chicago, my friend.
Looking forward to that. Great weekend continues when we are done here with the opener. We head to Madison. The Badgers, Luke Fickell, trying to start the season off well. Rutgers begins the drive. And Antoine Raymond with a solid first down run. And they give him a full 10, and they'll move the chains.
Raymond gets most of his work done between the tackles. Here's a blow there, but stands tall in the pocket and delivers the football where it needs to be.
We talked to Kirk Shiraki yesterday, and he wants to see where he got better last year, took a step, and he said he's got to be even better this year. Again, small sample size, but he has been in rhythm. He has been on time. They get that Jayshon Benjamin. It's 1 tackle, cannot get out of the second. He picks up about 2.
The Kirk Shiraka offense by nature is very methodical. Footballs don't get placed more beautifully than this. Tell me how that throw could be any better. It's perfect. A great slant route on a very good cornerback in Tank Pearson, but KJ Duff is so tall at 6'6", he has such long arms. If you are not directly in front of him, he is able to catch the football. Late flag from an official who was furthest away from the play.
Well, the only penalty we've had this game was a kickoff going out of bounds. So
has been feared forever, but we need to. His knee was on the ground there.
That might be
Jason.
Was his knee down with his hands on the ball? Because if it was, if it was, that play is dead there. Let's
see if oh boy, it's it's worth a look.
Type of opener this is, the difficulty that the Bobcats present. Right, 31 wins over the last 3 years for the defending MAC champions. But Rutgers is firing on all cylinders here in this first half. And that bounces in front of goal line. That is a live football. And Dennis is gobbled up at the foul. Right on cue, it's the brother of the quarterback. Squirt beyond the initial line of scrimmage. All of this has changed because of special teams. Downstairs to Carolina.
Jason, here's a fun fact for you guys. Rutgers leads the nation with 11 blocked punts since 2022. And when we caught up with head coach Greg Schiano this week, he emphasized how big special teams is for this team. 2 periods every practice, they practice that, and he calls it the bridge to his team. They use a lot of starters.
Caroline's so important to him. That yet to at least take a look for targeting, which they can put on.
I'm pretty
but there was certainly forcible contact in the head or neck area of a defenseless player. And he might have had forcible contact with the crown of the helmet too.
I saw crown, and here we go.
Yeah, now they're going to stop
now
it.
We are waving the play dead.
The previous play is under review for potential targeting.
And looks like the answer.
Targeting on the play. 3rd down.
And all right, so
3 times now someone has moved far before the center has even thought about snapping the football. And credit to the Rutgers crowd here that are nice and loud for them.
4th penalty on the Bobcats. So 3rd down and 5. Now 3rd down and 10. Down by 17 here on the road.
Coordinator John Hauser loves his man coverage. He has a great secondary. He trusts them. But if you are not getting home with the pressure that you are sending, you are asking too much out of your DBs to cover for 4 or 5 seconds.
And Caliag-Manis has picked him apart. 11 of 15 on the night, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And he's working again. In strong up high in front of Pearson. Another first down throw. So to your point, if you are John Hauser, the Bobcats defensive coordinator, with what you just said, the Scarlet Knights went for it on 4th down 3 times in the first half, but this is about to be 4th and 7.
And this is that clear out route. This is now the 3rd time we've seen it. Really, anytime Rutgers has found themselves in 3rd and long, this is what they do. The difference, nickel Jalen Thomason stays home and is able to bring down the receiver before the first down is threatened.
So Jacob Anderson, the sophomore from Rutgers, the doubleheader continues. Wisconsin at home against Miami of Ohio. Next on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Lisa Byington, Anthony Herron, Melanie Ricks, they're ready to jump around at camp. And Rutgers, Parker Navarro, as advertised. 219 yards through the air, 93 on the ground, 4 total touchdowns. And the All-MAC quarterback has had a night here on the road, and he has brought the Bobcats down from 17 to tie this up.
Ethan Caliag-Manis has
2nd grab.
And he just leaks out here to the flat. Ethan could have waited as some things looked like they were going to open downfield, but I like his
space if he got free.
Oh, that's a fun play call. They're making it look like Navarro's going to the outside, hits him with a delayed shovel pass, almost like a tight end screen. And boy, if Jabome does not make that tackle. Mason Woods is a big guy. I don't know if he's scoring there, but he's getting a whole lot more yards.
Well, they did.
If you talk to a first-time head coach after that first year or their second year, they always say the same thing. Clock management is the most difficult transition when you call the shots on timeouts. There's no perfect way to do it. There's no perfect strategy. But as that clock keeps winding down, we'll see if they want to hold on to their 2, hoping that they get the football back.
Now, Ohio has been great tonight on 3rd down. Rutgers is 1 of 7. Problem is, Rutgers is 4 for 4 on 4th down. Caliag-Manis to throw, freeze in his face, and he dumps it short. Now, he was outside the pocket.